Sorry. I'm putting my hands over Aera's ears. Ears? You have somewhere in here. Yes.
What are you doing? Look
Can
at
I
the
Saying
tickles.
bad
The
words.
tickles. What are you doing?
Question. Can I give this little mouse like a drop of my greater healing potion to put him in a better shape?
Yeah.
Here you go.
The mouse squeaks happily.
Aww.
As I still
say
hold the
this
mouse in my
thing?
hand, just like so you could talk to you could talk to the mouse.
Look at Vin. He's talking with Vernon.
That's rude.
Vernon's talking with Vernon.
This mouse speaks Draconic, I'll have you know.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
keep
change
telling
the
us
fact that
that.
you're
I'm
talking
sure
to
it'll
him.
make more sense the more you say it.
So, hello, I am Vernon Woodrow Worthington,
I want to
And,
put the mouse on my shoulder.
and these are my associates.
Oh, so cute! Oh my god!
I have
These
a
are my
mouse riding on my
associates.
pauldron.
It like
You're
waves
a
at you.
And Aera. We're coming
I
here.
heard my name.
Yeah.
Why are you saying my name to the little
We're
mouse?
coming here in search of a dragon, and I understand that you're a talking mouse who speaks Draconic. Have you met a dragon around here?
3.
He says he's met a dragon.
What?
Can I
never
int-
would have
Dragon
guessed
is
from
what? No,
the-
oh, sorry.
Can I
Wonderful!
can I
Giving me the power speech!
can I insight the mouse?
Can you understand the mouse?
Look at him, he's talking! He thinks
I can
he's
still read
He
gestures.
thinks he's people.
You hear squeak, 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 squeak.
I would like to insight check the mouse.
Oh.
I got a 9.
This adorable mouse would never lie to anyone. How dare you insinuate otherwise?
I look at the mouse.
I actually missed. What did the mouse say?
The dragon is wonderful and gifted it this the ability to speak.
Oh,
Draconic.
look at the tiny food. Hello,
Oh,
tiny
this
food.
little mouse was gifted the ability to speak by the dragon.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
incredible.
the dragon.
What?
Can you like?
Praise be to the dragon.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Wait. Do you like
Um,
worship the dragon? I'm not entirely comfortable with this anymore.
Now, I say to the mouse, and I was like, nod yes or no. Do you understand common?
I feel like if he didn't understand common, he also wouldn't shake his head.
What? Do you understand common? I say in Draconic. It's okay. You can tell me if
All right, Vern, ask the mouse where the dragon is.
yes.
I would
we
like
are
to show
looking
praise to
for
the dragon.
We
We
are
need to be
looking
shown the
for
way.
the dragon, and I've got a limited time that I can continue flying. Do you know where the dragon is?
I
At that- I
cannot
would-
tell you. I can only speak of his magnificence.
Can't or won't?
We can.
Follow the path. The
Where is he
path
with?
to the dragon, the great shepherd of all.
And with that, he scurries off your pauldron and onwards, and you hear just like flying over you,
Caw! Caw! Awesome dragon! Caw!
like in Draconic.
I hate everything about what's happening right now.
Well, he
Shakes
says
it-
that he
Throkk drops
can't
his
tell
head,
us.
his shoulders shaking.
Well, the mouse said that he can't tell us where the dragon is, but we can continue to follow the path. So,
Throkk drops his head,
Do
shoulders shaking because he's still laughing. Just like walks forward along the path.
And you eventually come across like
Another
more and
duet.
more of these stones that have these like laughing, winking, smiling faces of the dragon. And eventually you reach this big cave.
Ooh. Ooh. I think this is it. Oh my gosh, we finally found it.
A hole
Do you
in the wall.
venture forth into the cave?
Yes.
Into
Yes.
the cave.
Yes.
God, I've been feeling
How
so.
far can I can
Can we
see
get a
60
short rest?
feet. I can see 60 feet into the cave.
Yes, and
Um,
it looks like it kind of splits off in a couple different directions.
I can see, and I can also see in 120 feet in darkness.
Hang on. Let's see. Not the one I
Can I have a
wanted.
quick rest? I did cast fly.
And a very
I would
good
like
job you did of
to-
it too.
So you
Very quick-
wait. Do you rest before or after going into the cave?
I
like
want
the
to
rest
do one
of-
thing before we rest. I
Just
want
quickly.
to sit down and get the image of that fork in the road in my brain, and I want to
Somebody put a fork in.
use consult with spirits, and I'm going to have one the spirits of one of my ancestors just pop into existence. About
It kind of peels off one of your tattoos,
I
and,
wanted to
manifests itself in front of you.
It's going to. I point it into the direction off. You said it forks just like left and right.
Yeah.
I want him to go down the right side, about 100 feet past the fork.
Okay. So it
And
kind of like
I want to be able
floats in.
I want to be able to see through it. I don't not be able to hear. I want to be able to see through it.
All right. So you close your eyes, and when you open them back up, the rest of you see his eyes are blank,
Ooh.
and the spirit closes its eyes at the same time. When it opens it up, it's Throkk's eyes and the spirit's eyes. And he starts just kind of floating down, and eventually, like, it gets to the fork, and as you're traveling along, eventually it reaches another fork.
Let me just double check one thing. Oh, that's the wrong tab. Okay, I have a range of 1 mile.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna keep going to the right.
All right. You reach another fork.
Right.
Right.
You find yourself standing outside in a hill.
I have it. Come back to me. So,
And it like reappears as a tattoo.
so don't go to the right all the time.
Left.
I would assume don't go left all the time, but that's an assumption.
Moderation is
Because
key.
my ancestor appeared on a random hill outside after just walking to the right.
Could he go back in?
Not till later. I have to do a short or long rest before I can do it again.
I mean,
and I already called him back.
if he came out onto a hill, right?
It went dark.
You're not
and then it was
entirely
light.
sure how far in you went either.
Yeah, it went dark, and then then he was on a hill.
I don't think my talons are built right for snapping. Huh.
Don't worry about
Well,
it.
he didn't just like
Let's just
instantly
rest up.
appear. That like he was like, as you go into through the tunnel, all of a sudden,
Stubbington!
like pop out all of a sudden like you're on the hill again. Like it's like a weird it seems like almost like a one-way exit.
So don't go right, then right, then right.
Not
Go right, then right, and left. Left, 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 right, left.
Well, let's rest up. I know I took a little bit of a beating.
I'm good.
I gotta use some hit dice.
I'm fine. Shh. Except for casting fly on Veit. Then he wouldn't
Oh.
fly.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You have to be open to new experiences, Veit.
There
No,
are some
no.
things. There are some things that don't mix.
The world's full of grand things, including things that are more than 30 feet up without a clear way of climbing there.
Oils and water, wolves, hungry wolves and orphans, dwarves, and the sky. Things that do not mix.
Dolphins? Holy shit, dude! That's
From
dark!
somewhere deep within the cavern, you hear this, like, deep, like, resounding, like...
See, the cave thinks it's funny too.
While we're resting and I'm healing up, I'd like to attempt to reach out to Tritherian just to see if he has any. He knows he has an idea of what's going on in certain locations. Maybe
you try reaching out, and all of a sudden you just start giggling again. Like, you can't concentrate. It's like really frustrating, but it's kind of funny at the same time. Like,
yeah, funny. That's a word for it.
So, everybody seems to be a little bit chipper today.
Oh
I know. What's wrong with
yeah,
you,
it's
Veit?
a beautiful day out. You know,
The mice
wind
are
smells of
laughing,
flowers.
speaking draconic.
This is
Funny as frick.
This is a wee bit twee for my tastes.
I'm sorry that you're so dour and angry all the time, Veit.
Oh no, I'll be fine. We're going to be inside a cave. I won't feel like I'm going to fall into the non-existent ceiling.
That's right.
It's going to be great.
You're scared of the sky because you think it's a really high ceiling. I forgot about that. That's right.
No, there is no ceiling, and that's the problem.
Oh, you poor thing. You poor.
When you're
poor
flying,
thing.
you just well, depending on how you're flying. See, I can do both.
Yeah, he
so-
can because he's magic.
Yes, I can do the magic flying, and I mean, it's also the other one's magic flying as well, but it's wings. Magic wings.
Right, yeah.
so do you go into the cave?
Yes.
I would like to go into the cave
Let's
and
go
run away
into
from
the
them.
cave. Let's go into the
Let's
Alright,
cave.
so you go to the cave, and as you all like start walking towards the fork,
Be like link hands or play a rope.
you hear like the sound of shifting stones. Just
The sounds of home.
well,
No,
Something
the
tells
entrance
me-
behind you is now closed.
Is
Ah,
there complete
so much
darkness?
better.
It is complete darkness,
I
We
can't see.
in the dark.
I can't see a thing.
and
Oh,
you
well,
all of a
it's
sudden
the sun
feel
rays.
things like shifting beneath your feet.
Oh
Hey Zed, shine a little light so Aera can see what's freaking her out.
no! Thank you.
So you turn on the. So essentially, half a second, and you turn on the light, and staring at you, these two giant turquoise orbs, and you just see this. And it says,
I hate jump scares. Oh my god!
and then light goes out, and light goes back on. It's gone.
Oh. Well,
I think.
And then the floor gives way beneath you, and you
Guys,
all go tumbling down
guys,
into.
I think
Oh,
we're
there's
in
Do
a
we get any type
haunted
of dex- do we get
cave.
any kind of dex saves to not have that happen?
You can certainly try.
Aera throws out her wings and slow falls. Guys,
I'm
I
in-
think we're
Since-
in a haunted cave, guys.
Oh, and
since I was linking
and
hands
Zed,
with
make
Aera
a
before,
strength check to hold on to your mace. And your mace flies out of your hand and goes tumbling down to tink, 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 tink.
I got it! I got it! I'm gonna do what I can to tumble my way towards the sun mace and grab it.
Okay. Make an athletics check with disadvantage because you're falling. Like you're like
Oh
rolling
boy.
and tumbling.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Ryoke
You make
and
some
wings.
good attempts, but you make
and
some good
wings.
attempts, but you keep falling, and eventually you kind of land, and it's dark, and you hear this just.
Aera's like still falling down. Hey guys, I think
We were linking hands actually.
I
Would I be able
think-
to grab your leg?
Venon's really heavy. Venon's really heavy. Oh my god.
I'm not that heavy.
No.
So I'm going to grab a rock and cast light on it so I can see
I think
better.
So you cast this light on this rock just in time to see something flying towards your face, and it smacks you right in the
This
face,
mouse.
but it doesn't hurt.
What is? Is it a fucking pie?
It's a fucking pie.
That's what's hilarious! Oh my heavens.
Hey, Veit, are you liking this game now?
I will also aid in the maze finding.
All right,
Let's
make
see here
make
with-
investigation rolls, both of you.
I'm gonna stay here with Aera and Vern just in case something else comes along. That's
Aera's
actually-
sort of making like squeaky eagle noises because she's laughing so hard. She's like,
All right, Veit, you just kind of like grope around, and you hear you grab onto something that's kind of long and warm, and you hear, whose hand is that? And like thwack, something smacks you up beside the head, not like hard, but like gently.
Wait, what does the pie taste like at the very least?
It is an.
Poison
That
berry.
is a good question. It is
Blueberry?
a chocolate pie.
chocolates.
At the very least, you could have used a meat pie. I'm slightly hungry.
This
Damn
is
it,
savage
Zed,
chocolate.
You actually, you son of a bitch, where'd it go? You're missing your crossbow. The heavy one. And you just hear behind you, you need to let it up a little bit, buddy. And all of a sudden, you feel yourself being lifted off the ground. And all of a sudden, and then you feel something like in your hand. You grab onto it, and it's the sun mace. And all of you see Zed sitting on top of this massive dragon with these two giant turquoise orbs for eyes. It says, "Get it? Lighten up!"
It's funny because he's putting the light. I get it. It's
Aera is finger gunning both with her hands and with her foot talons.
I'll just do what I do. Push your weapon into an extra dimensional space where you can just pull it out at a whim.
I've been hearing that light joke for 150 years.
It's still funny, right?
No.
A little bit. It's a little bit funny, right?
Where did Mike go? Are you still there?
It's
It's a little bit funny.
Mike.
after 150 years, even the best joke
You'd
is
say it
false
just a little-
facts.
You'd say
That's
it's a little
unfortunate.
old.
I feel like if I were the age where things weren't funny anymore, I would just off myself. Honestly.
Oh, things are still funny, just not that one.
Oh, what's a joke that's still funny for you?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, why?
No,
Why?
no.
Why?
To
Is
kill
this a
Vernon
joke
on
about
the other side.
Aarakocra? Because I might have to hit you.
Why would it be a joke about Aarakocra?
Oh, there it
I
goes.
don't know. You know,
Are you
sometimes.
implying that Aarakocra are chickens?
No! Sometimes other people do, you twit!
Because I was not implying that.
Okay,
Let
okay.
the
What's the
record
joke? What's the
show.
joke? Just tell me the joke, Aiton.
To get to the other side.
Please tell me the joke.
Wait, what?
To get to the other side.
The chicken crossed the road to get to the other side.
Yes.
That's not
That's
a joke!
stupid joke.
So-
no.
My current
Side.
That's not a joke, Aiton!
my current favorite joke is two humans trip on a bar. The halfling ducks.
I like that one. That's a good one. I never thought the dwarves had a sense of humor, but
Aera, you get
it's
it.
different.
I asked the
It's
dragon.
the
Now, are you
other
a fan
side.
of insulting humor?
Kington, that's not
As
a
long as it's not
joke.
insulting me.
All right, then. Do I have something for you? And I take out the insulting stone lips of the Throkk statue from the
Oh
Bag of
my
Beans,
gosh!
and I let the lips talk about Throkk.
This is some
The
fucking
lips
adventure
have
game
since
logic.
ceased being animated.
Damn it!
Oh, that would.
That was some adventure game logic right there. We need the lips off the statue to impress the
Use
dragon
lips
7 sessions
on-
later.
Never mind. Do you know? I actually. Do you know Hadar from Empress?
Yeah!
Yeah.
I gave Hadar a wonderful piece of a wondrous item. Beautiful, very insulting, very comical. You'll have to ask for him to show you his mirror shard.
I certainly will. It's been a while since I talked to him.
So good.
Oh, we
So,
saw him.
tell me,
Saw him about a
are
month
you
ago. at my
bards?
wedding.
I miss bards. Haven't had a bard in a while.
I
Yeah,
we know
know.
one.
We had a bad. I miss
We know
him.
one.
I miss that bad. He was so annoying. I miss him.
Poor sweet bard.
So, please, tell me, what brings you to my lair?
So, we have been made aware of multiple things that we need to take care of in Cornyn. There's an old one. Ballot? Blessed?
We need
Uh,
a lift to Coronin.
Because Blessek is in the way.
Blessek, yes.
You need a lift to Cornyn?
Yes.
So,
these lazy
call
scrubs
Tensor.
can't fly.
Okay, I'm going to cut this slightly short and give you the proposition. You give us a ride.
Listen, at least take me on a first date.
Going straight to propositioning the dragon.
You have to leave home first.
As they can tell you, I don't like being in the air.
He also doesn't like jokes.
If you take the rest of us, I'll probably scream.
It'll be really funny. It'll be really funny. You
Or
can put him in one of your talons.
you could eat him.
That'd be hysterical. Listen to
they
it
have
on screen.
claws.
He's so funny.
Tic Tac, you have claw. You have talons. Dragons have claws.
Right. What if
Hey,
you-
say, tell me, how's Hadar's family doing?
Oh, well, as you can see, we carry
asked
this
him.
life-size cutout with... no.
He would appreciate that, probably.
This life-size cutout of 7.
But yeah, no, we have it. There's a descendant that actually travels with us as a Sentinel of Clelen. Are we going to say that 7 is actually here just for...
Yes.
7! 7!
7's like, sup.
Cardboard cutout just goes thunk.
He's
He
continuing stuff
rears back and takes this deep breath in. And
Incinerates.
like breathes out onto him. So I'm gonna update his character sheet real quick.
Ooh.
I am Mavarax Xavier Hadar the 7th. Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, name's Nem.
Nem?
Nem.
They call
Really
me the
nice.
Shepherd.
Right, right. We were hearing about you from, or at least Inkton was hearing about you from a mouse earlier.
Yes, it was a mouse. Said great
You
things.
gave it
about
the ability to speak?
Yeah, it kind of happens when I'm around.
Oh, interesting.
That's very interesting.
It was singing your praises, apparently.
How very twee.
Yeah, it is Twee. It's great. I love it.
Twee? Twy.
It's just Veit's way of saying you're
Twy
adorable.
just one twalk like twists.
Oh, you know, he's just so serious all the time. Yes, Mr. Fallstar.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
everything
see.
you say is correct.
He,
you
like,
have a very
points at you
large
with one of
penis,
his-
Mr. Fallstar.
He points at you with one of his clear angles and says, "Yeah, you can see the warrior lines, or maybe that's just because he's a dwarf."
I know,
Oh,
right?
I get it, because
He
Dwarf
was
is
so
serious.
excited about coming down here into the cave, and then he just got scared, poor thing.
I want to go back outdoors now.
See?
Oh, would you like to fly?
No. No. I'll walk.
Take a right, then a
I
right,
wanna
then a
boop-
right, then a
I want
right,
to
then a
boop
right.
him.
To the left.
I want to boop you, Veit. Would you consider yourself a
Smack.
willing creature?
Smack! I smack Vernon's hand out of the way. Just stop it. Leave him alone.
Throkk, would you consider yourself a willing creature?
Are
I'm a
you
willing
willing
creature.
to let me smack you a few times?
I'm a willing creature.
It has to be delivered through touch. It doesn't specify that I touch you.
I'm gonna wear a glove so you never touch my skin.
I'm a willing creature. You should cast it on me. What are you
can
casting?
fly.
What are you casting?
I was going to cast fly on Veit.
Oh, why are you casting it again? There's no need.
It's for fun.
Anyways, so while you're updating, let's see. Oh, I'd like to put on a little performance for this dragon. Just to show that we mean business.
Do the dragon pipes! Do it with 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 the dragon pipes!
We're slowly making our way across the world, and
Don't think
And-
that the
maybe he'll think I'm so bad that it's funny.
Do it!
I'd like to find a large open area that is away from everyone else in case the worst happens.
Throkk.
Do it!
I think playing music to him out of the organs of his kin is a
It's-
bad plan.
Yeah, but
a
it's an
freaking
evil dragon.
Great idea.
It's a bad dragon.
Good
Do
dragon.
it!
Evil dragon.
Do it!
Also, these pipes are made from a blue dragon.
Do it!
Nicely done.
Oh, you should see the horns that I got from Tenebrae.
Yeah, play it! Play it! Though.
Yes.
Play it! It's great! Play it!
Everyone might want to cover their ears real quick. I'm gonna blow the Inception horn.
Dun, 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 dun.
Vernon's sitting here going dum 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 dum.
No, like that's what it does automatically. It just has that happening in the background.
And I'm just trying to harmonize. But now I'm gonna be in I'm gonna find the largest, most open space I can away from everybody, in case the worst happens. And I would like to play my dragon pipes for.
Yes!
Woo!
Vernon sings accompaniment. Hold on.
All right, let's see what happens on a 91. Where's my phone? Let me pull up that wild magic table.
Vernon
Aaron's
sings
playing.
an accompaniment that is just
Divine.
divine.
And then
Like-
Aera's just going, bing, bing, bing. her lyre,
Please,
her
no one kill me.
her lyre isn't even tuned. She's going, bing, bing, bing.
Please,
Oh,
nobody
no,
kill me. I
no.
would not like to reincarnate as a different race. I liked Throkk the way he is.
Yeah.
Cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Okay, Aera, stop singing.
What would happen if Throkk got a 99? I don't have sorcery points.
That is a good question.
Did I get
We'll have to
rages?
figure that out.
Vanishing smite on Throkk.
Like it rages.
All right, so I've updated his breath weapon.
Oh,
It is now a 10-foot line
a cone?
by 30 feet.
Oh, 10 by 30.
Yep.
Ooh, 10 wide. Ooh.
It deals a combination. It's 1d6 fire, 1d6 necrotic, 1d6 acid.
That's neat. That's really cool.
Cool.
We'll have to tell.
Question.
Have to tell Zeus.
For the purpose of resistances, let's pretend somebody's resistance to 1 out of the 3. Would you be doing full versus resistance for each one individually? Or would it be...
It would be
something like
resistance to each one individually. So like 1d6 fire, 1d6. So it's 3d6 damage,
So
but
it's
1d6 of
versus
each
damage.
is...
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And he also is kind of looking at you guys and goes, "Those are interesting bracelets."
We're building up a bit of a collection. I know my next target is the master of the masters in Embrys. We know that she's an ancient. She's blue. I would assume ancient.
We don't kill all the dragons you see.
Only the ones that cause trouble for the world. The shepherd seems to be a good, fair person.
Okay.
If he was really fair, he would give us a lift. Or even be here to listen to that.
Yep. Great.
I'm gonna go really quick, put some hot water on.
Okay.
I'll be right back. You should totally try and get another scale for Arranis, so he has one too.
And I can hear all the jokes I want.
Well,
Or better yet, introduce him to Dragon. I have a better deal.
All right, Dwarf.
Veit, he gave us his name.
Well,
Rude.
I
he
didn't.
just kind of like looks at you and goes, "You don't get anything away, do you? You're stone faced."
Dwarf jokes and light jokes. Oh, I've been preparing for this for the past 150 years.
Is that why you have gray in your beard?
On and on about the 150. It's almost like he's trying to throw it in our face.
So fine.
Wait.
How does a dwarf come to worship Pelor? A stepladder.
that's great.
I have.
What does a dwarf worship instead of the sun? A match.
Wait. Listen, right? Ready?
I hate you.
Good.
I hate you and you ruined it.
It's an app. It's an app on my phone.
I used to have an app just like it.
Anyways, Mike, what's your deal?
So, you aid us in our objective, and we'll introduce you to Albard.
Is
He's
that
actually-
so?
Yes, and he's, along with the help of Hadar, was able to come up with a spell that allows him to transcribe our adventures and the shenanigans that we engage in. I'm sure you could work with him on procuring a copy for yourself. If not, he can at least send you bard jokes through the book.
It sounds interesting. I'm intrigued. I like this.
So we have a deal.
We have a deal.
Hooray!
Now, just follow me. And as he says so, he climbs up through a hole in the ceiling.
Is Zed still on his back?
You've just been laying there this whole time, like,
Oh, that's very high up.
Come now. Come now.
Okay.
Might be a lot easier if you can fly.
That's bits of climbing.
Are we climbing?
Yeah, climbing or flying out.
Cool. Flying.
I'm staying on the ground as long as I can.
and again, you hear
delaying
this
the
just kind of
inevitable.
like, as the ground slowly starts to rise.
I'm gonna try to beat it.
This is all very great.
I don't beat
I've
it.
never actually met a dragon before. This is lovely.
Yeah,
And
I've
as
only had one
it's
other encounter like
rising,
this.
it narrows and it narrows, and so you're all kind of like in this kind of closely confined space, and
I initiate a group hug.
and you hear all of a sudden.
That's fantastic.
Like that.
Okay. It's
Spanish flea in the background, and it's just slowly rising.
It's
slowly rising.
It's hot water time.
So, question for you. Question for you. Do you not know about the Black Hand actually, or is it just Vernon?
I have no idea what you guys are
So the
talking
Rusty Black Hand, or the Rusty Black Hand as we come to call him, he's the Death Knight that we encountered in our first session.
about.
Not
Where he
second session, I want to say.
well, session 1, because the first session was session 0.
Yeah.
The second session where he opened up the Temple of Arranis that Vernon introduced himself to the party outside of. He opened that up and started corrupting it and found Arranis' weapon or sword and took it and started the corrupting. We then had a run-in with him later because metal objects, not just weapons, but like any metal objects like chains, silverware, what have you, was disappearing around the city. And we found these total nerds. They were just like, praise me to the Black Hand. Praise him.
Praise me.
This
Don't hit me.
was.
And then we followed them. Lo and behold, it's the actual Black Hand.
Okay.
So he's a Death Knight who's out to corrupt holy weapons, which
And
we
apparently,
we
he's
now
in
think
league
are
with
either
this.
keys physically severing or are the anchors for the chains of. I'm gonna say reality. I don't know what the term you actually used. Bonds, the boundaries, whatever it was.
Essentially, imagine like a giant gate with thousands of chains.
Ooh.
So these are either the keys to the locks on those chains, they're trying to sever those chains, or they're like the anchors for those chains.
And
Yeah.
behind that door is your reality.
So,
So he's trying to force himself into our reality to control
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he can
And-
put out a little like pinch of his power
Yeah.
and destroy the consciousness of those 6 people.
Yeah.
Oof. As soon as he's
That-
mentioned the big fiery eye,
means
I
that
keep thinking of Full Metal
His
Alchemist.
influence in this world is growing.
Ooh.
Fuck, apparently there was a tone shift while I was gone.
Oh, we were just filling Vernon in on David in on Black Hand.
Because I was like, I honestly have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm like, what?
Yeah. When we're done with this session, we'll tell you about the teenagers.
Oh, I already did.
Yeah, you already told him about the
Praise me,
teenagers.
Black Hand.
I'm still
No,
I'm still salty about that. It's been almost 2 years now, and I'm still salty about that.
Oh man, is everybody here?
I think so.
Zach?
I think so.
Okay.
Cool.
He's
All
just silent as usual.
So, you eventually reach the top, and as you're rising, the ceiling opens up, and you're just dun dun dun. Dun
Dun
dun.
dun.
Dum 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 dum. And you, and there's standing is Nem the shepherd. He's got these giant like aviator goggles on. He's got this scarf tied around his neck.
Oh my god!
And Zed.
Amazing! You look so cool. Can I have glasses?
And he's got like this kind of like harness on with a bunch of chains that seem to be attached to like what looks like a boat.
How did you put that on by yourself?
Magic.
Years of practice. I had some help from friends, and you see like mice scurrying off in like every which way.
A very, very dedicated bondage kink.
Please don't break it.
Basically, like he actually does like laugh that hard at that joke. I read this joke. I read this like post on Tumblr. It was like, it's like this blacksmith is like working on a story. He's like, yeah, it's
I just
almost
eating the cakes.
we're working out the cakes. It goes like, I like feet. Shut up. He smacks it with a hammer. It's like, harder. Go. He's tying the leather around. It goes like, tighter. He's like, God damn it.
No.
I'm going to
God.
very slowly and carefully try to guide Veit into this boat that is very clearly on the ground. You can sit, you don't have to look over the edge.
Just lie
We've
down.
got to start moving soon.
Pretend that the rocking and the winds are because you're on the ocean, which I just realized is probably not also
Ground.
good for you. Pretend like there's an earthquake or something happening. And yeah. And like it's opening up cracks to the surface that are rushing in with air. That's also not helpful, is it? Shit.
I'll be right
You
back.
know, just close your eyes, cross your fingers, don't shoot yourself. We'll be fine.
It's like, this is Nem the shepherd ready for a
Yeah.
takeoff.
Yes!
He
Are you
like
flying yet?
hunches down, gets low, like wings come out, and he just starts and running and running and running, and he like goes up a cliff. He goes like up a hill, and he jumps, and then with one mighty sweep of his wings, and the boat is dunk 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 behind it. Just, like and just finally stabilizes as it takes off the ground, and he's just
And so finally I say, that's not my checked bag, that's my wife.
That is
Feel like
my...
Go with airline.
falters a little bit, and the
Oh
and the
wait,
ship
that is my
drops.
baggage. Heyo.
Oh,
Oh.
like the ship drops, and it's just like, just, oh god, you never thought you would be able to get seasick nowhere near the sea.
Oh, I had full confidence in his ability to do such a thing.
Oh boy. We're up in the air now.
Hooray!
Veit, you doing okay?
Here,
I told Veit
he's
to sit down
crying.
and not look over the edge.
Veit, if it makes you feel any better, we're closer to Painlaw now. We're closer to the light of Painlaw. Look, there's the sun. It's up
You're
there.
not supposed to look at the sun. That's how you go blind.
why are you so distraught? Are your ears hurting? Have your ears not popped? Here, chew on this piece of taffy.
And there's like, you see like blood coming from his ears. Dwarfs were not made to fly.
Oh,
So you are flying along.
We have a name for this. We have a word for this in
you
Dwarvish.
realize is actually the boat from that. This boat seems really familiar.
It's called Schadenfreude.
Hold on. I know what will make this. I go to Nem. Nem, I want to try something that might make this easier for Veit. Are you interested in participating in this?
I hate you already.
Nem, what do you say?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I cast invisibility on the dragon. Yeah. No.
So,
Like the way I thought it would.
so here's the best. Here's the best part. This does nothing because you're operating under the assumption that Veit's eyes were ever open once they got in the air.
See, now you can't see where we are with respect to the ground. Oh wait, no, this didn't work. This didn't work the way I thought it did. Now you can just use straight down all the way to. Oh my god, we are quite high, aren't we?
Well, actually, you guys are being dragged behind him in a boat.
We're being dragged on by the dragon.
So is this the boat that Leah and company were on? Yes, no.
Wait, what was that?
Is this the boat that Leah and company were
Yes.
on?
Alternatively, what I could do is cast darkness on the boat. And then
Anyways.
it's just dark.
Anyways.
So as you're flying, you guys are heading towards the island, and all of a
I'm
sudden
going to take a little rest.
he's just kind of gliding, and then
Oh no.
Did he freeze?
Who?
Mike?
what?
Mike? Oh, you said and then?
No, he was reading your message.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all good. I just laughed.
I
too
asked
much.
did Nem
I really need to get an inhaler. I'm sorry. It's all
Did
good.
Nem
Yes, you
freeze?
do.
It's all good.
So
Did Nem
He's-
freeze?
he's kind of like, and then at the last second, he like to the side, and this blast of fire comes roaring by you guys.
Oh.
And he's trying to like take evasive maneuvers, and another blast of fire, and he's just kind of like bobbing and weaving and trying to.
He is invisible for the next hour.
But the boat's not.
Yeah,
boat's
the
not,
boat.
yeah.
The boat is the one that's being blasted at.
Okay. It's like what is the most of anything that I can make invisible at one time? I know. I'll cast it on the dragon. Oh, and I can also target an additional creature. So I'm invisible, Aera's invisible, the dragon's invisible. Veit's
Everyone's invisible except for Veit, who's now alone in this boat
Yep.
that is now rocking back and forth violently. And
Two,
it's
three,
hard to
four.
see at first, because you guys are like kind of in some lower clouds, but it starts to clear up, and you look behind you, and at first you just see the snout, which slowly emerges
From the water.
long
Oh, boy.
red horns, a massive shoulders, with wicked sharp claws, huge wingspan, massive wingspan, the size of a football field. All of it covered
those are.
in deep crimson red scales.
Oh.
And it's keeping very steadily with you guys, and poor Nem is trying so hard to keep things normal, and what he doesn't notice is that one of the chains snap, and as soon as he does, he kind of looks down and he gets a little bit distracted, and the other dragon swoops in with a massive claw, bam, right into the back of the boat, and it just shocks every single one of you. You're all like holding on for dear life as another chain snaps, and now everyone needs to make strength saving throws.
Okay, people.
Or
we're
either
running
strength or dex.
Oh, this is there. We'll roll dex. Sorry.
Choice.
Oh, I mean, actually, I think that's okay.
All right, you either with dex you kind of like grab onto like the rigging or something like that of the ship, or what's left of the ship. With strength, you're just grabbing onto the mast for dear life.
Fight.
And then the dragon once again, boom, huge wave of fire, and it melts through another chain, and now you're all just hanging on by this one chain, and it just this giant red tyrant looks down at you and says, "You will never escape alive." And he rears back with this massive claw.
Oh,
and
I'll just die then.
Nem just bites into his hand.
Oh!
And it's just this unearthly.
Wasn't expecting an invisible dragon bite.
And he like claws, and all of a sudden you see blood just come out of wherever it would be that Nem's face is, right?
Yeah.
And this massive brawl starts ensuing. It grabs like the red dragon grabs onto Nem and like bites into his neck. You see blood and acid just flying everywhere.
I'm going to do something I don't very often do, but I am very upset, and I think this is about time I try to do that. I am going to pray to Paylor for divine intervention.
Go for it.
Please save the nice dragon. Please get us away from the bad thing. Oh my god.
Down Aera and
I
all of her
promise to
awful
eat
jokes.
all my vegetables.
Please make it so I don't have to fly as much.
I promise I will eat all my vegetables and help all the little old ladies across the street.
And brush my teeth.
I'm going to
Amen.
do something.
I have to roll below, and I have to roll 11 or below.
I will make the roll for you.
I've got it already.
Okay, ready? I will make a roll for you as well.
You're rolling with advantage.
Fuck. The one time I do well on a roll.
You just sit there and you're praying and you're just hoping beyond all hopes that something is going to happen. And you open your eyes for a brief moment and you see this red dragon. You guys feel yourselves spiraling downward towards the sea as the red dragon is locked in this death battle, and all of a sudden the clouds part, and this what can only be described as a lance of light falls down from the sky and clips the red dragon on his side. He roars in rage. He lets go of Nem, but in doing so, he snaps the last chain holding you.
Aera hooks around the mast with her legs and goes,
And you guys just go falling, plummeting towards the water.
I'm gonna cast fly on me, Veit, Throkk, and Zed.
Well, that,
Concentration on him.
Assuming that you can actually get to them.
We're all in the boat together, aren't we?
yes, but we're
Yeah,
in
but
different
you're
parts
all
of
in
the boat.
separate parts of it.
Okay,
It's not like a little
all right,
dinghy.
fine.
I'll pull Vernon around with my wings
You're like,
so he can catch me as they're falling.
You're just careening towards and you see the red dragon retreating. You see a blood trail streaking from the sky heading back towards Railden, and the boat finally smashes into the water.
Well, it's a good thing none of us was still on that, isn't it?
And
Don't worry, Veit.
it's buoyant, and it's able to float.
For a second.
Veit, were you wearing your brown pants today?
Where's Love Brown? He's always
So
been
he's still
brown.
on the boat.
No, isn't it?
What?
Huh?
Veit is very upset.
All right. Gonna get to everybody. I do still have the flying cloaky thing, but like if I cast fly and target myself, I can get everybody else as well.
I think that you got everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone that
So
came
you're all
out
just
of
kind of floating above the boat at this point.
Yeah. Veit is having an aneurysm.
Mainly, I wanted to cast fly on the strong people because I was like, if anybody's not able to get targeted by fly, oh wait, I could cast it on 3 people. So me, Throkk, and
7. Yeah, and then
Oh,
one.
right,
and then
7.
it's okay.
Seven, not Veit. Veit is not strong.
Yeah.
No, it's not strong.
7 is holding on to Veit. Veit
Okay.
is crying like a
I got
little
Zed.
baby.
Hey, Zed.
That's totally fair.
Veit should have worn his brown pants.
I
today. He did
cast
not.
it
You're
on
looking
myself.
around.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cast it on myself so that I could. Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're looking around. There's no sign of land anywhere.
I've had nightmares that start like this.
The boat is continuing to float though. Yes.
Yeah, it's continuing to float without sails, without oars, nothing. It's just a floating hunk of wood at this point, essentially.
That floating hunk of wood is much better than being in the sky.
Gently lower Veit down onto the boat.
Yep.
You feeling better there, buddy? You doing okay?
All right. I'm gonna get to the back of the boat. I'm gonna go.
I don't want to be here anymore.
It's okay. It's okay. Vernon's gonna fix it.
Now, I have an idea.
So does Throkk.
That's
I
even
have an idea.
that's how the nightmare usually continues.
It's okay, Veit. It's okay.
And I start.
Just think. The ground is there. It's just really
Now-
far below us. Okay.
This is force, right?
You're gonna get me killed.
So
Are you
this. No, I'm at the back of the boat.
Are you gonna
right?
smite the water?
No, I'm going to launch force in a direction behind the boat.
Oh no!
What?
What spell is that?
It's Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
Because it's
you're.
force.
Oh, pew pew pew
I'm gonna
pew.
go pew 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 pew.
It gets the boat moving very slowly.
Pew 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 pew. Does anybody know which way north is?
Survival.
Where's this survival?
Hell if I know, buddy.
Survival or
no.
nature.
Throkk, which way
Oh,
is north?
Throkk. But judging by the time of day and by the position of the sun,
This all came very in handy during my gladiatorial
north
days.
is that way.
That way. All right.
Alternatively, those of us who can fly for the next fucking 10 minutes, I believe,
Nope.
can hold the boat and fly that way.
Okay.
Can we? No. How about this? Those of us that can fly, we'll hop down. We'll fly around and turn the boat so it's facing north, and then you can
Sounds cool.
continue
Sounds
your
Aera,
rapid fire session.
Yeah.
you noticed something out of the corner of your eye with your passive perception.
Make it active. Go.
Yeah. What do I see? What did I see out of the corner of my eye? I'm not quite sure. I can see with my.
A
With my...
huge black mass under the water, moving towards you.
Oh shit, guys! I've got like
Somebody
this
hadn't drawn
spidey
attention
sense
to us
thing
by
happening.
going shooting
There's something in the water. There's something in the water.
Jesus
shit.
fuck! Oh my god!
Veit, don't worry. I have a solution for this. We're
Who's
gonna need
Jesus?
a bigger boat.
Oh my god! No. Okay, so out of game, you said, "Oh my god, my spidey sense is tingling me," and all of a sudden, I heard like the delayed horn of like a fire truck or something going by.
Oh my god. That's great.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. Fight.
I just had an out of player experience.
Fight. Who's this Jesus guy? Why do you want to know? It's okay. You can tell me.
I just had an out of player experience.
And it's booking it towards you. And then at the last moment it drops.
So everyone hold on to something.
And you're right to say that, because at that moment, some ungodly creature erupts from beneath the surface and slams down, just narrowly missing the boat. But the massive wave causes you to just throws the boat. Absolutely throws it.
I fly up into the air.
And you're all flipped over, you're capsized. And you're all, unfortunately, by holding on to the boat, you're all trapped underneath it.
I'm really glad I was flying at that point. I don't know if I said I was flying at that point. I probably wasn't.
I did say that as the wave goes up, I fly into the air.
Alright, it's massive wave.
Okay.
Oh, okay, no, it totally just covered all of us.
Like, you're, like, trying to get up and then boom, just, like, right into it.
Poor Veit can't hold his breath as long as he used to.
Oh,
No, I can get a restoration.
Did you get rid of that? Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
No need
And
to
as
retire
you're
your character.
fighting against the current, and you're fighting, and this thing is just moving towards you, and then all of a sudden it just away.
Did anybody get a good look at it?
No.
Damn it! How are we supposed to know what we're fighting? All right, I want to I'm gonna swim up and does the boat have one of those holes with a cross stitch of 2x4s on it that I can just punch through to crawl up inside the ship from?
Yeah. You can crawl up into the ship, and you get just half a second of breath when that crushing weight just pushes the boat underneath again and snaps it in half. And you're all sent flying and switching. I need con saves from everyone.
Oh gosh, to hold your breath. Oh, that's good. That's real good.
I just fucking die.
All right, Veit and Zed, you are currently drowning.
Oh shit! That's me too. I had a 14.
I want to find Veit.
Throkk, yeah, you're.
I want to find
Just
Veit.
kind of floating there. So Aera and
I'm
Vernon.
floating. I'm swimming over to Throkk.
Can I see Veit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna try to, using my magical flight that hopefully still active at this point. Try to push him toward the surface.
Okay.
Okay.
You're using that magical flight to make yourself buoyant, and it does help, and you finally breach the surface again to find another massive wave just slams down into you and pushes you under.
Yeah.
And for a brief second, you see, when you do break the surface, you see, storm. It's just a storm cloud.
Jeez.
Fucking Leviathan or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to swim up with Throkk. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to, now that you get me aware of my surroundings a bit, I'm gonna swat you away and point to Zed as I.
All right, Aera's gonna go get Zed.
Because I still have. Does if Vernon
you
has
still fly. I
flight,
thought
have
Zed
flight.
had fly as well. Okay, I'm gonna go down and get Zed. And try to get Zed up to the surface.
I just want to catch a breath real quick.
Yeah, just to catch
and
your
you
breath.
do, and you catch your breath, and another wave slams back into you. And with this final wave, you all feel yourselves being pushed, and all of a sudden, you just is that sand?
Washed up on a beach.
Oh, I promise whatever God is responsible for this, I love you and worship you forever. You'll be sad.
Yeah, you're all
Right.
laying on a beach now.
I know
look
how the
over.
penguins felt.
Throkk
I know.
sits up. He looks over.
Right,
Like,
Veit, you're right, buddy.
land is good.
I'm just going to
Veit,
crawl.
I'm sorry about the flying thing. It doesn't usually go this badly.
I'm going to go out land. I'm going to just lay down face first in the
Start
dirt.
Covering yourself with sand.
It's actually quite the safest way of traveling. I know that this is a bad example.
Guys,
Statistically.
let Jim do his thing.
Sorry.
I'm just going to... And just...
Oh.
Starfish.
Oh. Sorry, Jim. I thought you were done.
Oh no!
I want to go back under the mountain.
Oh. It's okay, buddy.
There's mountains in Corridon,
We'll get you a
maybe.
mountain.
It's okay, buddy. Here, I'll cover you up with sand a little bit. Aera starts covering him up with some sun-warmed sand a little bit. I know
This
how
this
penguins
is no structural support at all.
Let's see.
All right, so you kind of gain sense of your surroundings again.
Oh.
You like cough up like a starfish or something like that.
starfish.
You like you try to wring out your clothes a little bit,
My
You're
poor
looking
mariachi
around.
costume.
and way off in the distance, you see what looks like a woman standing perfectly still,
Oi!
kind of at like an odd angle.
Shipwreck survivors over here.
I don't think that's a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
think
got
that's a
Quinn
real
too.
person.
I'm going to get up.
How far away?
Like at the edge of your, like I would say, like a couple 100 feet away at
Okay.
least.
I'm readying an Eldritch Blast.
I'm just gonna walk over.
I'm gonna walk over too.
All right. So as you approach it cautiously, I imagine.
I never said such a thing.
All right. So you approach it. It appears to be.
Fucking god
What is
damn it!
That was the fire truck.
It's wooden. It's a woman made of wood.
Oh, it's a
just
figurehead.
out of the sand.
It's a figurehead from other wrecked ships.
Can
I
I?
don't know what it is.
It's a figurehead
I'm
from
gonna-
other
I'm
wreck
gonna
ships.
No,
poke
you
it.
figured out it's from a ship.
I'm gonna poke it with the
So
end of my.
why do you put a person made of woods to weigh down your ship on your ship? Isn't the point to keep it above the water?
Well, what's buoyant?
I don't know, but I just poked it with the axe end of my axe.
That is to say, you like hacked it.
I hacked it.
Yeah, you like cleaved it in half.
Did I find anything?
Nope.
Okay.
And okay, you look a little bit further, and there seems to be like a mast with a tattered sail sticking out.
Oh my, whatever God saved us, which is now mine, God. This must mean there's buried treasure here.
There's a mast.
I think Paylor saved us. Based on
That's
Based-
just like your opinion,
Kitty.
man.
based
Oh,
on the
boy.
giant's lance that came from the sun.
Well, Tritherian's been known to wield a lance.
Look at the baby.
I'm not in the mood today.
Not
I
very
just
much
had
whenever
fun.
you bring it up.
I just had all of my worst fears realized and worsened beyond the farthest fathoms of my imagination.
And then your god just threw something down from the heavens to save our lives.
He threw me
The
back,
worst things imaginable.
and he threw me back in the water.
Yeah.
It's
Welcome to
almost
the
like water
first-
isn't something to be
Welcome
afraid
to the
of.
first.
See, this is why I don't just
18 years
blindly
of my
trust
life.
gods. All of you people walking around with your holy symbols. Oh, look at me! I've got a god with me. It's not the best strategy, is it?
Yeah, you just put your faith in.
water.
You just put your faith in some nameless whatever that gives you sword
It's a
powers.
sword.
Lore has a
I
name.
can stab things.
So
Anyways,
you look over and you see all these like giant, jagged rocks with bits and pieces of ships. Some have like the holes. There seem to be like some that are just cracked open. And you're looking around, and as you're walking around this beach, there are easily 30, 40 shipwrecks.
Wow.
I want to investigate. Take some time to investigate these and see if we find anything.
Sorry.
Anything
Jeez.
useful or valuable.
Yeah, I'll help.
Roll for investigation. Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
I just hadn't heard anything.
Oh, sorry. So you're looking around, and eventually you find one ship that seems almost perfectly intact,
Oh, I can change that.
Ooh.
like nestled between like these, like it looks like it was picked up and thrown into like this forest, because there's the beach itself, and then there's like a forest in the beach, like next to the beach.
These are
Where's the hatch?
So this person got lucky. Or they had help.
They had help from
So,
someone to pick
do we
it up
want to
and throw it?
find out? Do we want to find them, or do we just? Or because I think that if we steal that,
Well, a
It's
lot of the
raw-
wood
it's-
is like rotted. Like it's been here a long time. Half of it's rotted, the other half of it's like petrified.
Wow.
from
Is there anything of
years
interest?
of exposure to the sun and sand?
Anything of interest?
Well, first you have to get up there, because it's a good like 20, 30 feet off the ground.
I fly up there. What's there?
I've already used like all my flying, probably.
It looks like a normal ship, but there's definitely a door that's closed, like leading into like what appear to be the captain's quarters.
Everyone, there's a door that's leading to the captain's quarters that's closed. I think there might be somebody in
Captains
there. I
have
should have been
treasure.
whispering before. Come up here.
Zed, can she borrow your grappling hook and fasten it and we'll climb?
Ooh, I've never used your grappling hook.
You're not going to use it. You're just going to hook it onto something.
Oh, I can do
manually.
that. Yeah, yeah.
That good, Zed?
All right, go up and hook it on there.
What do we do?
Oh.
What do we do to roll to climb it?
You just climb it with a basic athletics. Just you're able to climb up there, and you all pile onto
Hey
it.
ho, hey ho, hey ho.
All right,
Okay.
I want to open the door. Is it locked or is it?
It seems to be
Cut?
stuck.
All right, I change that.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. This place is literally covered in like skeletons.
Mm.
Nope.
They're skeletons.
Like, but they seem to be
Dead
like skeletons that were
skeletons.
like. Some of them like still have like what appear to have been like bits and pieces of rope. There's others that are like have like boarding hooks or things like that. And it looks like, and then you can see like it's all, a lot of it's rotted away, but you can see like one of them has like an eye patch, another might have had like is missing part of its leg.
Oh, pirates
I still
All
try to
the
smash
pirates-
open the door.
died.
All right, you smash open the door, and
I
you
can
see
keep a two
sitting
if your
there
ship got thrown.
a skeleton.
Surprise,
And it's
surprise!
just- no, it's just sitting there.
Is he wearing a nice hat?
Horror story.
It at one
I
point
watch.
probably was wearing a very nice hat, but that hat is
Oh no.
at this point like just
Tatters.
it's like rotting and falling apart.
Ah.
And there seems to be like a small like journal in front of it. It looks like it has like some kind of like feather quill or something like that.
Can we
All
read the
right.
journal?
I step
Take
forward.
what's
I
left of the hat.
keep a close, careful lookout on my surroundings and the floor to make sure nothing's gonna crack and give way underneath my weight. I'm gonna step forward to grab the journal.
From what little you can get from the journal, it's just like captain's log,
Start date.
and yeah. You go to the last entry. It's over 100 years.
Ooh.
It says we have found like wonderful treasures and stashed them in the hall, but I fear that this will be our final resting place. The damnable creature has crippled our vessel. We are have been thrown into the graveyard, the ship graveyard. We can only hope that. And then there's like nothing else.